Again come here, reinitialize with 1, printing 1, value becomes 2, function over. Yes. Understanding my statement? Here, one time function call, second time function call. This is, can I say this is in between function call? One function call, another function call. So that means that highlighted line is in between function call. Understanding my statement? In between function call, the value is persisting or not. Listen, I call the function, fine, control came here. I asked what is the value of I. You said, sir, 1. I said print it. What will be printed? 1. I said what is the value of I now? You said 2. Function is over, control comes here. So now I am in between function call. Agree? I am in between function call. Now I am asking, is the updated value of I, what is that? 2. Is it persisting or it's lost? It's lost. That is the reason when you second time call, it again reinitialize with 1 because 2 value basically lost. Again printing 1 and again incremented. Suppose I made one more calling. What is the final output of this code? 111. Execute, compile and run. Can I say that in case of automatic storage class, value of the variable does not persist in between the function call? Can you able to understand my point? Repeat once again. In case of automatic storage class, value of the variable does not persist. Persist means stay in between function call. You agree? Fine. This is my test case number 2. Now I will make a small change in this coding. Here output you predicted perfectly. Test case number 3. Observe. I just made here one change. I said static int I. What is the output now? Answer is 1. 1. Why 111? No. Static variable initialization take place only one time. Understanding my point? Observe here. I call the function. Control comes here. Static int I is equal to 1. Fine. Print it. What is that? 1. I plus plus. What is that? 2. Control come back. I am here. This is called in between function call. Agree? Now the question is, in between function call updated value will persist or not persist? Persist. Previously? Now persist. Second time you call the function, control again come here. Static int I is equal to 1. This time reinitialization will not happen. Yes. This time reinitialization, we concentrate here. This time reinitialization will not happen. Moral of the story is what? Static variable does not matter how many times function call take place, reinitialization does not happen. That means initialization take place only. Where is the proof set? This time printf I. This time 1 will not come. What will come? 2. You incremented to 3. Fine. Control came back. Can I say this line is in between function call, line number 16? Value will persist or not? Yes, persist. You again make a call. Control comes here. Static variable. Will it reinitialize? No. What is the old value? 3. Will be printed. Now it becomes 4. But any of 4 you are not printing at any time. So answer is 1, 2, 3. Now execute the code. Compile and run. Can you able to see the output? What are the 2 important points you learned? In case of static variable, value of the variable persists in between different function called number one static. Very good. Static variable reinitialization take place only once. Suppose you are asked, do you know anything about static variable? What is the answer? You will say yes. Such static is a storage class where default initial value is 0. Sir, for static variable reinitialization does not take place. That means initialization happens only for one time. In another angle, value of the variable persists in between different function call. Now from here we will make the point of life here. What is that? Value of the variable persists between different function call. Value of the variable persists between different function call. You go to Java environment, static is having a very big role to play. So many things: static block, static variable, static method, static nested class. But in C programming language, this much is enough, but very important.
Sir,
Yes.
so if the static variable is character, then what is the default?
Same thing means whether means if you are talking about normal character variable, here space will come only. Space will come, right? Space will come. Static test case 3, control A, control C, control B. In this case, output is 1, 2, 3. So this is mostly with respect to what is called static variable. You want to see static variable default value. Let me show you in both the environment.
First, let
me show you here static variable. You want what? Default value. Char type. That to static. Okay. So here, let me just take one simple code. Here, suppose I take non-static variable. Okay. Non-static variable. You know that in Java, two types of variable are there: static variable, non-static variable. That's what they are at class level. So here I have taken char C, right? Char C, and here I said okay, system.out.println is a non-static variable. So I need some kind of object reference to access it, right? You know that division of that test t is equal to new. Directly cannot access it. Then we have to take static variable. Then what we need to write a t.c, right? Now you see here, this is some workspace. Workspace instead of workspace. And let me take one more thing. Here I take int I also. Okay? And here let me take one instruction statement extra. And let me print that also. T.I. So that we get more clarity. Let's clear the screen. Now you know that. Let me tell you one point, that mostly we compile Java program like this java.javac-test.java, right? And then we run with what? Java test. So from which version? Java 11. Yeah. From Java 11 we have a feature that's called, you are not required to compile explicitly, you can directly do this same thing. Means what you can write here, you can write a Java and you can write here test.java. You might forget the thing. Earlier, to compile, what we used to do, javac test.java, and to run, what we used to do is a Java test, right? But from Java 11 onwards, this says that okay, you are not required to write 2 lines. So one line is enough. Compilation and execution. What is that line? You have to write Java. That means you have to take this from here, Java, and then you have to take this one from here. Okay, test.java. Right. So what we will write here, Java test.java. So is one line is enough, sir? Yes. Earlier, our student used to make mistake in this way. Whenever they are asked to write a Java program, they have the tendency of javac test.java. After that, to run the program, they also write Java test.java. That's a mistake. But now it's not a mistake anymore. It will compile and execute, right? But remember, I'm mentioning this point doesn't mean after today's session you will compile it with Java test.java and again you run with the Java test.java. Basically, meaningless in work if you are working with more than upper version than Java 11 will work, but it's basically meaningless, right? So now let me do this thing. Let's see this command directly working or not. Java test.java. I'm not sure what is the current version. If it is more than 11, it will work. Now, of course, it will not take that much time. Can you see that 0 came? So where is the other output? You see the gap here. So that means what is here is none other than space. So that means default value for char in Java, what is that? Space. And you learn one more command also. That is this one. And you see my Java version is currently in this system. I just was testing something for, there is a massive change in Java 21, right? Java 21 will launch in the month of September, and there will be massive change will come in Java 21, right? So many new things will be coming here, right? So I was just testing that what are the new things that is going to come. Let's say might be 21. No, it's not. Is it 21? No, it's 20. 21 is not, launched yet, but still you can experiment by taking some version from the internet. OpenJDK, you have to go there and you have to download to test those features that are going to add. But actually, Oracle will not be available. Will be available after September only. Now we want to see once here. Here, if in case of C programming language, if we take a value like automatic or maybe say static, I'm taking. So static in A, taking here. So and static cat C. Is it really the character or not? Let's see once. Means is it really the space here in case of what is called C? First one will be 0, no doubt about that. Don't think that it's a garbage, but it's a 0 only. But C will be what? Is it the space or maybe null character also may come? Let's see. Compile and run. Or they are considering both 0, 0. So that means anyhow it will be considering internally null only. So it will be considering 0, not space. But in Java it is the space. You will print the character. If you want to print character, then equivalent character will come. Execute, compile and run. Yeah, then space, right? So we want to check once. If you want to check the corresponding characters and value, just you can write a program also. Simple program if you write, you will be able to see very fast. You can do that. Here, 1 minute. In I, and you can write here for I is equal to 0, I less than 256, I plus plus. And just like printf the ASCII value of percentile C is a percentile D. Percentile C is percentile D. Okay? And you just write I comma I. If you have any doubt at any stage, sir, what is the ASCII value and corresponding character? No need to go to the internet. You can just write and you can write your code and you can check. Execute, compile and run. Yes. But some characters are non-printable in this console that is not able to see. But mostly will see. Mostly able to see. See the ASCII value of, this is called, what is called this is? Omega. This is a 234, right? And mostly we are familiar with small a, uppercase A. This is small a, it's a, your known value 97. So capital A, if you want to see, that also you can see. That is called, where is that? Yeah, 65. Mostly you are interested on that. Space you are interested, 32. Space, the ASCII value of space is 32. Right? And here see the ASCII value of, this is not actually space here. There are some characters up there which are non-printable. So don't think, sir, here I am not able to see, there also I am not able to see. So both are spaces. No, there are multiple places we are not able to see. See, here also not able to see a thing. There are multiple places will be there. So see here, the ASCII value of, does it mean the ASCII value of space is 255? No. So that's why these are non-printable characters, that's not printing. If you want to know the exact thing, then you have to search in the Google. There you get the exact character and the value. No, we printed the the extended version one means considering 7 bits.
আমার সব ক্লাসে ডিস্টার্ব করা এত কোশ্চেন মনে আছে
No, we are not sure whether it is space or not. We have to check that Google. Here you are not able to get the prediction it's a space. You have to check it. What is the exact character here? That is what I am saying. That only for space is 32. It does not mean here is also space. That is also you should consider it as a space. That is what I am mentioning. There are multiple places are there where it seems that it is a space, but those are not actually space. Those are non-printable characters. Space is only here where the ASCII value is 32. This is the only where space is. Remaining, like last one, don't consider this as a space. See this one. That's what I'm saying. Does it mean it's a space? It's a non-printable character. Then if you say, sir, what is that exact character? Then you have to search in Google. Because in this console it's non-printable. That's why not able to print that. You have to search in Google. Here, mostly the character with which we work, that